According to the job board, there are currently over 50,000 job openings for software testing in the tech industry. Whether you are trying to change your career or simply want to start one, TechFios can help you get into the IT industry. TechFios has worked with the various professionals currently working in the IT industry to design career-driven curriculum that can help you land a job upon graduation. So, what is SDET, or Software QA Automation Testing? SDET, Software Development Engineer and Test, or simply Full Stack Automation Tester, is a quality assurance engineer who can manually perform the user actions or write logical code to validate the functionalities and the usability of an application. An enterprise-level application is built with front-end, middle tier, and back-end. When you train with TechFios to become an automation engineer, you will be taught with the latest technology that hiring managers are looking for in potential employees. Our instructors guide you as you start from the basics of understanding the theoretical perspective of software testing lifecycle to your progression as you learn about manual testing, SQL for data validation, and learn to code with Java for testing front-end application with Selenium. You will also be learning to test the middle tier with Postman, SOAP UI, and Rest Assured. In addition to being part of this excellent learning platform, TechFios' Career Development Center assists you with resume building and interview preparation. So when the time comes, you will be ready to face the technical interviews and receive multiple job offers. Visit TechFios.com to enroll and get started. You can also be a part of this rewarding tech industry. No prior experience needed. Call TechFios 800-666-8704. Get trained. Get hired.
Welcome, guys, to the TechFios LiveShow. I'm your host, Sahil Akbar. As you guys have seen that 2-minute video recently, TechFios is not only a IT consulting software program. It is a program where it will help you develop, learn skills, and basically help you get that dream job and that dream American life once you get started. So, what does TechFiles offer? I mean, obviously we've seen that 2-minute video and seen there's a lot of details, but I'm just gonna say one thing. TechFiles gives you the ability to earn the 6-figure. Many of our alumni who have graduated from TechFiles have earning a good salary, and many of them don't know what to invest in. There's so much you can invest in, and one of the best investment options is real estate. Yes, you heard me correct. Today's topic is real estate market during COVID, and we have a very special guest to discuss with. She's a realtor in Dallas, Texas, and she has been in it for a really long time. So let me not waste any more time, and let me introduce Jemi Khan to the stream.
Hi, Sahil. How are you?
Good. How are you, Jemi?
I am doing great. Fabulous.
Thank you for joining our program once again.
Absolute pleasure.
It's an honor to have you on our program.
Absolutely.
So, on our previous shows, we've had guests coming in talking about stock market and basically stock market and other topics. But real estate is like one of the most it's one of the hottest topics right now during COVID. Before we go into deep about real estate market, I wanted to ask you, like, how long have you been a realtor for?
A little over 10 years. I was involved in mortgage industry, also internationally outside of United States, and Texas alone. I would probably say about 10 years or so. Yeah.
So, like, what are just some of the qualities of becoming a realtor? Like, is it really difficult to become one?
Well, like restaurant business, 80-90% drops off when they can't run the restaurant when they open one. In real estate, the percentage is very similar. A lot of people get licensed and they drop off. About 90%, I think, can't make it. So I would assume it's difficult based on that rate, because not everybody makes it. But the qualities of being a realtor, the number one quality is you really have to have that mentality, I want to say, where you can kind of mingle, be social with any type of personality. That's first. Because a lot of people, when they work with a realtor, it's not just about, oh, okay, yeah, a lot of people also will come and say, okay, Jemi's a big shot and she's been doing it for so long and maybe she has a lot of knowledge. Yes, some portion do that. But a lot of them, most of them will basically just use you because they like you. They like your personality. They like the way you work, speak to them, professionalism, how you handle situations, your communication skill, because nobody likes to wait around for a response. They want immediate communication and response. So all of that makes a real estate professional a good one, I want to say. Yeah.
So real estate is very competitive. Like, I mean, like you mentioned, like you've been in it for 10 plus years. So like, what were some of the like, have you ever had like an obstacle you had to overcome in these last 10 years?
Oh, absolutely. Every transaction I close is an obstacle. Okay. And I learned something new from pretty much every one of them. A new situation arises, something new I find out. The way to tackle that, it's a challenge in every transaction. The biggest obstacle in real estate is building your network of clientele, and that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of patience, a lot of working and, getting to know people and proving that you're worth working with. So that takes time. It doesn't happen, not even in 6 months or 1 year. It takes a few years to build that clientele, kind of like a CPA. You got your clients and they refer you. It's a referral industry. So in order to build that referral base, that people knows your name, and then you have just people just calling you randomly, like, oh, this person told me. In order to get to that point, it definitely requires time. And initially, it was basically a long time wait to get to that point. So it was tough, but hey, you stick to it, you keep on doing what you're doing, and you get there.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything. I mean, not only real estate, but any like career or anything is just you have obstacles.
It's a business, so
Yeah.
it's not a job. So real estate is an actual business. We get in commission paid, right? So it's your own business, and same thing with any business. It doesn't take off overnight. You have to invest and prove what you're doing is worth people coming back to you. So that takes a few years for to get established, I want to say. And then it hits off from there, where you have a residual income, or residual, in this case, clientele who knows you and continue to trust you, and they keep coming back to you. So it definitely takes time. And the first year or two, you may not even have any income. So you have to stick to it. So that's the challenge, with any business.
And especially customer service. Like, it's
yes,
important because what I've learned is like I'm really interested in business and as well, like selling. So obviously a realtor must know how to communicate and obviously sell the product. And there's actually selling.
absolutely.
So,
and not just sell the product. I actually train agents in my company, the new ones. I become their mentor, and one of the first thing I tell them, the quote I use, and that is a quote I got from my broker when I joined. I just use it, and it's very true. That's why I use it. I tell them, listen, in real estate, yeah, you're selling houses, a lot and everything, but career wise, you're actually, when you're dealing with any client, you're selling yourself. Once you can sell yourself that you're a bulldog, you can go negotiate, you can get the job done, and this is not your part-time career. Because a lot of people take it, oh, this is like, oh, I'm just gonna sell a few houses, make some quick bucks, and get with my life. But it's kind of not like that. If you're not in full time and you have another job, when client needs you, you cannot just go out and show a house or do anything. So you have to be invested full time and show the client that you're worth their trust. That's when the clients are like, okay, you know what? let me go with it, because they have a lot of options. I'm not just the only realtor. I'm not the only top producing realtor, I want to say. Company wide, even there are, could be in the top 100 number, but there are thousands and thousands of realtors. They're just waiting to catch someone as a client. So the client has their option. You have to have something special that client is drawn to you, because anybody can sell a house. What can you do different? I mean, can you speak different? Can you communicate better? Can you answer their questions immediately? Can you get the job done? Can you negotiate with 5 different parties, even if it's a $10 item? So that's what they're wanting. Yeah.
It doesn't matter about how experienced you are. It matters about your personality in this business.
Absolutely. Real estate is, that's why I say before anything, you have to sell yourself. If you can't sell yourself, hey, you're not going to go anywhere in real estate career. So.
Yeah. And talking about real estate now, I mean, obviously one of the biggest world pandemics is COVID. You know, it affected so much. Like stock market, you know, it increased crazy. Like people have started investing in stocks. You're like, you know what? We have nothing else to do. Let's just invest money in stock. So has anything happened like that with real estate? Like, how bad did COVID impact real estate?
COVID impacted in a way that I couldn't even imagine. Initially, when COVID hit, there was a few months of stability. I don't want to say stability. People were just treading the water as to what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
So people weren't really, they were holding their money, let's say. They were not just jumping the gun and saying, let's go buy. Everybody was in a pause. It was a good time because I was literally pregnant, and I was like, okay, 3-4 months, I get a break. all my investors, my clients, they kind of took us, you know, let's relax, pause, and see what's going to happen. And after, I want to say 3 to 4 months kind of went away, which was a really nice little bit of break. It just went off like kaboom. The rate dropped when the Federal Reserve started giving 0% interest rate money to the big banks. The big banks were able to give the clients at a very, very low rate loans. So because of that, everything, it just took off. It took off in a way I was like kind of shocked. And right now I'm even more in shock because it's keep on going up. The prices, the activity, we're a shortage in inventory. I don't want to say shortage in inventory. There's plenty of inventory. It's just too many buyers. Too many buyers, way too many buyers. People buying out of state, people in Texas buying. I mean, I guess the economy is holding so strong, and not just in Texas, because I'm in different forums and we discuss what's happening outside of Texas. Many states, many of the states are going through the same thing, where it's a very hot market. Things are selling super fast. Nothing is sitting in the market. You price it right, and bam, it goes away. I tell my clients, you see something, you cannot come back and tell me, show it to me in the weekend. You better call me in 24 hours because that house is going to be gone in 48 hours. Simple as that. So I cannot do anything about it because we're competing. And not just value-wise, a home can come in. I've seen houses that's getting over 90 offers, which is insane. I mean, getting 20, 30 offers is insane. But imagine getting 90 to 100 offer on a house because of the demand of that house. And let's say somebody's asking 500,000. It's some of these houses are selling 50, 60, 70, 80,000 higher than asking price, which is mind-boggling. And that's what's happening. We're seeing this trend, and it's been a while since COVID hit us. So when I say it's continuing to do so, so whoever invested or bought 6-7 months ago, even, they're literally sitting in profit less than a year, which again is shocking because usually we never say that to any clients that you're going to make money in such short amount of time. They're making money in a very, very, very short amount of time in real estate because of this COVID. And people are asking me why, what's happening? I'm like, I don't know. People have money. Maybe because they're not going out or eating and they're saving more. The jobs are secure, working from home. And people are just like, what do I do with this? Let's buy a second house. Let's upgrade. Let's buy a third home, That's a prediction, but that's what we're seeing across the board.
So like, I mean, like you said, like many people have money, like obviously stimulus, and then you just had recently tax money come in. I mean, people just have so much money.
Those are little money. I just think the stability of our economy, how it's holding strong, where people have job security, because most of 90% still taking out bank loans, right? So you can't take out a bank loan against stimulus check. So that's not going to happen, though. That's a very minimal, just like, bonus, let's say, call it petty cash. That's not how they're investing. Their jobs are secured. These people have safety in their job, or even some of these businesses, maybe they're doing good enough to invest back. And same thing with me, the rotation, like when I'm working, I'm in real estate and it's a business. I'm doing tremendously good. I mean, 2019, my numbers were off the chart. 2020, I've started with like tremendous amount of closing. I can't even imagine how many I'm going to end up, because I've got like things lined up till next year, because new builds. And I'm just like, okay, this is a great year, fabulous year. So even if I speak personal level, I have money too, so I can invest too, because my business is doing so great. So overall, I think people have good jobs and good security from job, and not sure how that's happening, but overall, that's what's happening, and that's why people are being able to invest.
And investing in real estate, you would need a lot of savings. Like a person will need to have.
Absolutely. Banks are not gonna to buy an investment property. A lot of banks may do hard money lending, but you're gonna see crazy amount of interest rate. Some banks may do 15% down, but most banks will require 20% down for an investment property, and up to, I think, 4%. And when I say I think, I'm not a loan officer, but when I'm dealing with clients, I know this information. So don't hold me by my word, but up to 4%, you can do 20% down. And then as soon as you go to the 5th house, it increases to 25% down. A lot of the lenders require that. So yes, you definitely need savings. So easily on a $200,000 house, you want to buy something small and cheap. 200 is pretty cheap right now. Yeah. So you're probably going to need $40,000 to $50,000 easy, because you got to add in the closing cost and other expenses. So 20% and another roughly $5,000 to $10,000 in closing cost.
We have talked about, why real estate would be a good investment right now. But like right now, people are buying properties and stuff like that. But my question is, do you think in the next 5 to 10 years, do you think this trend will be going up and up, or like it will just come to a halt?
I haven't seen it gone down, and I've been in it for a very long time. As I was saying, I haven't seen it gone down in good neighborhoods, even when 9/11 hit. Okay. If I look at the charts, I mean, we've seen a lot of foreclosure, a lot of short sales. That's a different ballpark. That's a different story. But good neighborhoods held its value. In Texas, we want to be very specific, in Dallas market, and I want to be very specific. Good neighborhoods, okay, good neighborhoods in DFW held its value. So that's very important to understand. When if I'm asked, do I think? No, I don't think it's gonna go upside down. It's gonna only hold steady or increase in value. The same thing happened when right after 9/11, people started investing. It was dirt cheap. Homes were in the market for a really long time. We saw that 3 months, 6 months. They're just sitting there, and the homes that were selling around I'll say 140,000, 150,000. Those homes are easily at 275, 300 range as of now. And how long has it been? What, 6, 7 years? So I mean, it's it's incredible how the market, has grown, and whoever had money then and invested, they know this. Whoever had money literally 2 years ago, they've already made profit with the market, with the current market. Whoever literally invested 7 months ago, 6 months ago in this crazy market are already sitting in profit, because houses are in the pricing of it is doing incredibly well. Like, they're just going up and up and up. But hey, you never know. I always tell my clients, I cannot sign my name and say, oh, it's going to be just all great. A third world war starts happening, something can happen. But that's a prediction that, I would not be able to obviously predict or say absolutely for sure. But from the trend and what we have seen years and years in Texas, and the amount of growth so far, we're going to be doing pretty well. Our economy is pretty strong. So that's what I think.
Looks like looks like there should be another pandemic that should come 20 years later.
And you know what? I heard about this right before this pandemic. Like 2016, exactly, to be exact. 2016 was a very, very hot market. Okay, I know this because I did really good in 2016. Number one, every house was going on a bidding war. Not like right now. Right now has blown my mind. I've never seen anything like this. But 2016, I would be able to compete and win a left and right deal. Like, okay, you know what? I'm a good agent and I can negotiate and get this, or communicate and get this. And I did tremendously well. And the homes were selling super fast in 2016. 2020 is insane. I mean, there is nothing. I just sometimes tell my clients, I'm submitting an offer and going to your prayer mat and pray, because I'm going to do the same, because I don't know which crazy person is going to come in with a crazy amount of offer. We cannot predict it. All we can do is pray. Okay, so that's my 2020 code. So in 2016, going back to that, when that happened, I mean, people, when they were buying, a lot of my buyers, first-time buyers especially, they were, one of their questions was, Jemi, there's a bubble coming up. I feel a bubble coming up. It's going to be crazy. And the prices are going to go upside down. Everybody was saying that. And I said the same thing. The economy is holding strong. I think 4 or 5 years down the road, we're going to be okay. I'm not going to sign my name on anything saying absolutely for sure, but seeing the graph and the market, how it's been doing, we're going to be fine. That's my prediction. I said the same thing in 2016, because people were like, there's a bidding war. Everybody's going 10,000, 12,000 over the price. There's a bubble coming up. I see that bubble. We're in 2021. Where's that bubble, guys? No bubble.
No bubble at all.
I'm going to say the same thing I said back then, because I haven't seen that happen. And guess what? All my clients in 2016, I said that to them. They're very happy about it, because they made a shitload of money. Put it simply, because all of those houses went up in price. So they're sitting in a very big equity. So they thank me, and especially investors. I have investors. I took them to areas where they're like, cows are not going to even live here, Jemi. Why are you moving me here? Because investment property. And then I just pulled up some numbers that's going to rent. Can you just trust me? Because numbers don't lie. And they invested blindly, because it's like literally rural land. Those have hit jackpots, because people are now like, oh my gosh, I can't even get a piece of land over there. Like, what's happening? And they're very thankful, because we just took a guesstimated guess. Yeah.
People that have people that have money, a lot of money that they want to invest, please invest in real estate right now, because
I had a long conversation actually, and giving examples of the conversations I have will probably give a better picture. My client was going actually went under contract today in Anna, and we were speaking, and she was asking me the same thing. What's going to happen? What's going to happen? And the same thing I told her, the way prices are increasing, by the time this even stabilizes, not going down, stabilize, by the time that happens, probably another 6 months, 8 months, or maybe 10 months, who knows? But by that time, with the trend of price increment, trust me, you'll be okay. You'll break even or have 50,000 cash profit, because 6 months ago, whoever we've closed them with aggressive market, they're already making money, which is insane. I mean, who makes money in 6-7 months in real estate? I mean, who does that? I mean, which I've never imagined Texas like that, because in Texas, I always tell my clients it's a safe bet, because we don't go crazy on our price, like level on a graph, like we don't go $100,000 jump that fast. We predict $12,000 to $15,000 jump a year on properties. Very stable, very safe. We don't go down like crazy. We don't go up like crazy. But COVID has changed that whole scenario, and we're going up like crazy. So when it does stabilize, the prediction on my end is it's going to stabilize to a point where it's not going to go down, but probably will hold value and not go crazy up like what we're saying. Yeah.
And now while we were talking, we got some questions. Like I've had some questions about. Let's see who is asking questions. So Tanzina Afrin, she's watching. She's asking, which area has good potential to buy a house in DFW? So,
there is many areas, and it's going to be really, really very specific to price point. Okay. Usually investment properties, that was an investment property question, right? Invest in. So any areas, if it's a primary residence, right, you're going to have, I'm going to probably suggest you different areas, because you want to invest in a primary residence, meaning you're going to live there. So your choices, your taste has to be met in that price point. But as soon as it's an investment property, then the first question is going to be how much budget. Based on that budget, then I can be kind of more selective or specific to what's possible to lend that budget. It's not about, best places. There's many good places, but that budget is going to depict what would be the best places you can get a house, because not everywhere that budget is going to hit. So pricing is very important. What kind of house you are wanting, a new one or an old one, is if you tell me, get me a house in Plano, for example, on an investment property, and my budget is $250 and it needs to be a new house, I'm going to say, no, I don't make miracles happen. It's not going to happen. But if you tell me I am open and I can go an hour drive away, but I do want a new house, and then I'm probably going to say, let's take you to maybe Princeton, let's take you to Anna, somewhere around there. There's still some scope of new construction happening, and I can lend you something there in a very small price point. So it's going to be very specific to numbers and what kind of house you want, primary or investment, depending on that. The suggestion or my suggestion will vary.
Absolutely. And another question we have is Enrico Gonzalez. How much is the first-time homeowners benefit?
How much is the first-time homeowners benefit? I don't think I understand the question. Is he asking about like a government assistance program as a first-time home buyer?
I'm not sure either, but
again, that will depend on your eligibility, your job. If you are, if your question is based on that first-time buyers program with the assistance program, that also on area, because not area do qualify for that. So you'll have to, how much is your income? How much can you afford? All of that will be depending on that. But it's not huge. I've seen like, 10,000, like 3%, 4% assistance from the government's end. But it's very zone specific because not everywhere you can get it. And you have to do some work behind it to qualify. And we have really, really good lenders that can walk you through that step by step.
Thank you so much, Tanzina Afrin and Enrico Gonzalez, for asking these questions.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's move on. We're almost at the end of the program, so I
Yes.
want to ask you these last few questions.
Okay.
So, like, any advice for anyone willing to invest in real estate or becoming a realtor?
Okay, two separate questions, but
Pretty much.
advice on investment, absolutely. I try to invest every year myself. So if I'm trying to do that, I guess it's a good thing, right? So
Yep.
I'm gonna advise to invest because there's nothing better than investing in a solid market that's a safe bet. Stock, you can make a lot of money, but it's a very high risk. Real
Yep.
estate is not that high risk. It's very safe. You can easily rent it out. There is huge demand for rental. It's all my investors are doing incredible, and that's why they keep on coming back. And that's why I am able to stay in the business for so long, because after they start investing in one, they see the profit, and they come back with second, third, fourth, and we continue. So yes, it's a good way to keep your money safe against a house versus keeping that same amount of money in a bank on a savings account. It's not going to pay you much, maybe $1 a year. So, real estate investment can definitely get you more. Keeping that house with the market trend, what we've been seeing for years and years, it builds equity fast. So it can become your retirement fund easily while someone else pays off your mortgage. So absolutely invest in real estate. Don't throw your money down the drain renting or doing something that's, if you're scared or high risk or you don't have any idea, just real estate is pretty safe. Let's, have that end the question that way. The other question was advice on becoming a realtor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Anybody can become a realtor, but have a lot of patience. If you're not that person that has the patience, I've gotten calls 11 o'clock. I've gotten calls when I'm having dinner. I've gotten calls at 5:30 earliest from clients because they can't sleep. They're stressed, so they'll call me. And believe it or not, I answered. And every agent is different. I'm not saying every agent has to work that way. I work that way. And a lot of my clients feel that, oh, I'm in peace because she's always available for me and all that good stuff. So I work that way, and and I like to work that way. Let's say that. So if you don't have that habit of, if you have a mentality that this is a 9 to 5 job, not gonna work. Because I work sometimes 7 days a week, and my busy months I will work even like literally 16, 20 hours a week. I mean, a day. I'm not kidding. I will work like straight on, because not just showing house, coming back end paperwork, back agent paperwork, and all that stuff. Conversations with clients. Every transaction involves 5 to 6 different parties with title company, buyers, sellers, all these people, and you have to communicate with them properly. So if you have that mentality that, oh, 9 to 5 and I'm done, it's not for you. But if that's not your mentality, and you can work when needed be, because it's commission based, the more you work, the more you get paid, right? So if you can do that, absolutely, it's a great field. So much opportunity there, especially. I'm also gonna say we always lack great agents, because I will call some agents and I can't get a hold of them for days, which is ridiculous. I don't know how they sell or represent their clients. I mean, they're doing they're not doing justice to their clients, because they're not answering the questions where I'm trying to bring a deal. So agents need to be super available, and have to have that crazy ambition that, okay, you know what, anytime I can do whatever needs to be done in order to get that next referral, because my client's going to be ecstatic after they finish the transaction with me, because he or she was awesome. So if you have that mentality and you can work, yes. Going into it, have a good saving also if you're going to become a realtor, because as I was mentioning, it does not kick off overnight, because clientele base takes years to build. You've got to have a very good saving to take money out of there and pay for your daily expenses, because the money's not going to come immediately.
Yeah.
So, but if you have that, yes, it's a great potential. I'm doing pretty good, I must say, doing it for years and years. So if you can make it and have good work ethic, absolutely. I think that applies for any job, not just real estate. You have ambition in any field to grow and make a lot of money or whatever, you just have to put effort and a lot of time into it, invest into it. Yes.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jemi, for your kind words. We had a great time with you on the show.
Yes.
So any last words you want to say to people that are watching?
I guess you'll share my information. It's already there.
Absolutely.
For more specific questions, you are welcome to call me. The number that Sahil will share, that's actually my direct cell number, and I do answer it. So call me if you have any questions that's more specific. And yeah, this was a pleasure. I mean, and you've been really nice talking to. Yes, wonderful.
Thank you so much, Jemi. Hopefully you have a great night, and hopefully you have a great time. All the best for you in the future.
You too. Maybe we'll do another one again. Who knows?
Absolutely. Real estate is a very hot topic, so we need to.
Yes. Write down some more questions, and yeah, maybe we'll meet up again and do another one. Or if somebody reaches out to you, yes. Well, I heard that you're moving to Dallas. So for you too, if you need any help, even finding a place for rental or anything, I'm here for you. Okay. Absolutely. You have my number, so you call me anytime. Okay.
Thank you so much, Jemi.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that was our program with Jemi Khan. She is a realtor. She has been in real estate business for over 10 years, and now she's doing a great job. And not only that, she helped many people find their homes in Dallas or around Dallas, Texas. All the information is on TechFios page. And also talking about TechFios page, if you guys are interested in joining TechFios or have any questions regarding with the program, we have our phone number right here, 1-800-666-8704, or you can visit www.techfios.com and you'll have all your answers answered right there. Or you can just contact us on Facebook as well. That is it for today, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone, stay safe. Please still social distance, wear a mask. And this is Sahil Akbar saying goodbye, and see you guys next time on TechFios Live Show.